The UK came in second most depressed country in the world. Second most depressed country in the world. UK, yeah.
What's number one?
Uzbekistan. So
Whoa.
it's just above Uzbekistan and just below South Africa.
Did the UK used to rank higher?
Yes, it's tracked down over time, but it's never been superbly. I mean, misery is melancholy is sort of our personality trait. It's our national sport, right? Being a bit more melancholic. But yeah, the Ukraine, who are just about to go into their fourth year of war, came in higher. And Yemen, who apparently are going through like one of the worst humanitarian crises in human history, also ranked higher than the UK.
Wow.
So yeah, second most depressed country in the world.
That's crazy. That's a wild number, man. That it can't just be the weather. It has to be like
Weather might contribute a little bit.
A little bit, like Seattle does. Like people in Seattle are depressed as fuck.
Maybe it's the online safety bill.
Could be. That would get me depressed. I would be so depressed if I lived in England right now. I'd be like, I'm fucked, like legitimately fucked. Like imagine if I was running this podcast the exact same way out of England.
Not for long.
Yeah,
Not
I'd
for
get
long, you wouldn't be.
arrested. I'd get arrested. I saw they arrested a teacher because he refused to refer to one of his students as a they. And this is like his second infraction. And so they arrested him for failure to recognize a singular plural.
I really don't like. I don't like shitting on the UK because it feels like I'm pulling the ladder up after I've just got out of it. But it's just I don't know how many more ways you can faceplant over and over again. And there's a strange kind of romanticization of the past of the UK. Where English common law, and we stopped the transatlantic slave trade, and we used the Navy, and so on and so forth. But like we're really living on borrowed time now as the UK. It's been a good while since the UK sort of contributed in that sort of a way. There was Alan Turing from World War II.
Turing effect?
Yeah. So he was the guy that decoded the Enigma
Turing
machine.
test.
Yeah. So he was gay. And he was chemically castrated by the British, despite the fact that he was literally our equivalent of the atomic bomb, right? He was a very British version as well. It wasn't kinetic, it was cognitive. So he decodes the machine that the Germans are using to send their secret messages. This means that we're able to detect exactly where the U-boats are going to be, and it results in some really awkward situations, like if we, before we're going to use all of our force to try and take Germany down, if we avoid all of their planned bombings, they're going to guess that we might have the keys to some of their communication. So they had to start making decisions about which boats needed to be attacked and which boats needed to be saved.
Oh, my God.
They knew all of the different attacks that were coming, but if they got rid of all of them, if they were safe from all of them, the Germans would start to catch on. So they had this really...
Oh, God.
So this guy is our equivalent of the atomic bomb, right? He's our Oppenheimer. He gets chemically castrated just after World War II.
It was in the 50s, right?
Yeah. And he kills himself. He takes his own life. He puts cyanide in an apple. Oscar Wilde, in the 1800s, one of the greatest writers of all time, he's jailed and then dies in exile as a peasant in France because he was gay. And then 70 years after Turing, Gordon Brown, it's like 2008, 2009, publicly apologizes. They bring out this thing called the Turing Act, which gets rid of the criminal records of all of these people from history, like posthumous, and some of them are probably still alive, actually, like some of these people that had been, whatever it was, convicted of indecent behavior, improper behavior at the time. And then they put Turing on the £50 note. So Britain has, for all that it's fantastic and I love it and it's the country that I came from, like, it does have a history of fucking persecuting people for what's deemed improper behavior at the time and then apologizing for it a couple of decades later. And I think with the online safety bill thing, I think it's going to be the sort of thing that you look back on and go, that was not, in no one's world was that a smart move. I don't think that it's helping anybody at all.
Well, it just appears that they want total, complete control over what people say over there. And that they don't want criticism of the government, and criticism about immigration, and criticism about, fill in the blank. They don't want it. And the best way to stop that is to keep everybody scared, make everybody self-censor. What's the best way to make everybody self-censor? Put a bunch of fucking people in jail So last year, what was it, 12,000 people got arrested for social media posts?
Supposedly more than Russia, although the Russian
more than
the Russian stats might not be.
Yeah, well, they didn't arrest him; they just shot him in the face. They don't count that.
Gulag for you.
Yeah, they just kill folks over there. But yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad, and it just doesn't seem very progressive. It doesn't seem like you're moving towards the future. It's not progress. Like this, we figured out a long time ago that free speech is very important to figure out what's right and what's wrong. And when you suppress people's speech, you can get away with a lot of fucking horrible things because you stop people from being able to protest it. You know, in a small part, we saw a lot of that during the pandemic. And, you know, and you see what the consequences of that are. You can't trust people that want power. You just can't.
What do you mean?
Well, anybody that wants any kind of control over a group of people, if you want to control what they say, if you want to control where they go, you want to put them in 15-minute cities, like you can't trust that because the natural inclination when someone has power is to never let it go and to ramp it up. They're in the power business. If you're in the power business, you don't want to keep making the same amount of money every year. You don't want to have the same power every year. That's boring, right? Like if you're an insurance salesman, you want to be the fucking employee of the month. You want to make more money next year. You got your eyes on a new Lexus. You're trying to make more. You're not trying to stay maintained. That's not the game you're in. And if you're in the power game, and if you're in the game of enacting new laws in order to have, we need safety. Safety. Under the guise of safety, you can get so much evil shit done. And if you start doing that, you're not going to say, you know what, guys, that safety bill, we were really wrong. And what's really important is discourse. What's really important is that maybe I wonder why you think the way you think. And, you know, maybe part of this polarization process is not enabling us to see valid points the other side has. Let's all come together and talk about this as reasonable human beings. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to just come up with more fucking reasons to put you in a cage. They want you to shut the fuck up because they want to make more. They want to have more. They want to get more power. They want to be the best leader. They want to be the most powerful leader.